Hey everyone, it's me Gamerturk, and as announced on my Twitter earlier, I do have plans to cover Genshin Impact in the future, so this is gonna be a bit of a different content from the usual stuff. However, if you're a fan of SAO Games, this is certainly gonna be interesting for you. Genshin Impact is a lovely anime-styled upcoming game from the developer MiHoYo, the creators of Honkai Impact. The game will offer a lot of different voice language options, so you can go with the original Chinese if you want, but if you're like me who enjoys the tone of Japanese, they got Japanese voice actors, or if you don't want to bother with subtitles at all, you can even have English voice actors. But since I very recently got interested in the game, I won't spend this video talking about what the game is, but rather provide you the means to actually see it for yourself. Well, aside from the footage you're seeing in the background, of course, by signing up for the upcoming beta for Genshin Impact. Now, while this game will be available on PC, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Android and iOS, that's a lot of platforms, this beta will only be available on platforms outside of the Switch, so that means if you're on PC or PlayStation 4, or if you have an iPhone or an Android smartphone, you can have a chance to participate in the beta, and we'll talk about specifics later in the video. The sign-up process for the closed beta has started. I'll put the link in the description, and MiHoYo has provided an extensive FAQ for the upcoming beta process, from sign-up all the way to actually participating in it. So let's go over them one by one. Now, first off, the exact dates for the closed beta is not clear yet, so you still need to wait for an announcement. And also, while I'm going through the questions today, May 15, 2020, depending on further questions they may receive regularly, the page may get updated as well, so link for the FAQ will be in the description as well. First off, to participate in the official beta, you need to apply through the form available on the official website, again link below. However, applying will not guarantee that you will get a beta key. You will be considered based on different factors, including but not limited to your time of registration, completeness and truthfulness of the information you provided, system specs, etc., and a little bit of luck. If you're a community contributor or press member, you may also get an invite to the beta even if you don't apply through the form. But outside of the form, there will also be community activities on the social pages of Genshin Impact, so that is their Facebook and YouTube pages, their official forum on their website, and the official Discord server. I'll put the links in the description as well. Now, be careful and thorough with the application form. It is recommended that you use the latest versions of Chrome, Firefox or Safari, otherwise the scripts on the website may cause issues with your registration. If you have registered for any of the previous closed betas, you will still need to sign up again due to the goal of this final closed beta being different than the previous ones, and thus would look at different specifications when choosing their participants. You should get a registration form submitted notification to, well, notify that your registration was completed successfully, of course, at which point you will be playing the waiting game for the official announcement of the beta dates, as well as an invitation in your email. As mentioned, the date of the beta is not yet clear, however the FAQ mentions it will be soon. The duration of the beta is also unclear, as it will be decided based on player progression during the beta process. You will be contacted via email about a week before the beta test opens up. The email will come from an @mihoyo.com address, so obviously be careful towards anything that may look similar but is not exactly the same. You can never be too careful checking your email. Make sure to check your junk email as well, mark it as not spam if it's there, and I cannot stress this enough, as quite often actually invitations like these do end up false positives and end up in your spam folder, so marking it as not spam always helps, as well as adding the email address to your trusted senders or contacts to ensure they don't end up in spam in the future. As usual, the community team will never ask for your private information, which comes back to making sure the email certainly is from mihoyo.com and not something like mih0yo.com or something that looks similar. Your character data will be deleted at the end of the closed beta, so once the game officially releases, you will start over from the beginning, but regardless, it's a great opportunity to see and play the game for yourselves. Language support is quite extensive. As I mentioned at the beginning, the game will support voiceover languages in Chinese, Japanese, Korean and English, and in the Japanese cast I even recognized some voice actors from Sword Art Online. However, keep in mind that the Japanese voice work is still a work in progress, and thus it may not be optimal or it may be missing at certain points, which won't be the case in the full release of course. As for written language support, there's gonna be simplified and traditional Chinese, English, Korean, Japanese, Spanish, French, Russian, Vietnamese, and Thai. As mentioned, the beta will be available on Android and iOS as well as Windows PC and PlayStation 4. But you are probably wondering if your device is up to the specifications, so let's dive deeper into those. For Android, any Android phone is fine as long as your processor is the following or better: Snapdragon 865, 855 Plus, 855, 845, or Kirin 990 or 980. You can find out about your processor in the settings of your Android device. However, for an exact guide on how to check it on your specific device, Googling your device model may be more helpful if you don't want to explore in your own settings. For iOS, you need one of the following models: iPhone 8 Plus, X, XR, XS Max, XS, 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, or SE, or an iPad Pro 3, Pro 11 inch, Air 3, or Mini 5. For PC, you need an Intel Core i5 processor, no specifics on generation, 8GB of RAM, and a graphics card of Nvidia GTX 950 or above, no information on other graphics cards manufacturers at the moment. For PlayStation 4, well, a PlayStation 4 Pro or base does not matter. Though keep in mind these specs don't necessarily indicate the release specifications of the game, as the game is still being optimized to be more inclusive / to run better. In addition to all that, the beta will not be testing any monetized content or features, and everyone who participates in the beta is allowed to create any kind of content for the game, which is exactly what I'm planning to do if I get access to the beta. But that's it from me today. Do let me know, are you interested in Genshin Impact? You can of course find more trailers and explanations on their YouTube channel currently, and hopefully when the beta arrives and you receive access to it, you can have a much more educated opinion on the game, which is what I'm hoping to have as well, so I can create more content. For all I can say, the game looks absolutely gorgeous wherever I look, so I'm certainly excited. But as always, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more. Like if you enjoyed. A huge thanks to my channel members and patrons, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay cool.